Hello everyone, how you all doing? Welcome back. I'm so glad you could join me again. Oh, hello, it's your first time here. I'm Wayne. Right, how to speak with different American accents with Brian Wiles. I'll give it a subscribe, I'll give it a like. Right, hopefully I don't offend, upset, annoy, and in equal measures make you feel nauseous as well. Because I am going to, pre-warned, I am going to try and attempt the accents. Play along with it, but pre-warned, it's going to be terrible. But I'm going to be serious and try and do it. I really am, but I don't know how it's going to sound on your ears. We'll find out, won't we, if we get on with it. But yeah, thank you for all the comments. Again, been reading through them all. I love the comments, so yeah, let's go.
So
let's
you
go,
want to
go,
learn
go.
about American accents? Well, shoot, I'd say you got plenty to choose from today.
Well, shoot, I think you got plenty to choose from.
So you want to learn about American accents? Well, shoot, I'd say you got plenty to
I'm guessing this is not where we're starting the learning thing yet, but I feel as though already this might be the only one I might have the chance of doing.
So you want to learn about American accents? Well, shoot, I'd say you got...
So you want to learn about American accents? Well, shoot, you got plenty to choose from. Oh my God, I'm proud. I bet that didn't sound nowhere near as good to you that it did me. I'm surprised I out myself with that one.
Plenty to choose from. Today, we're going to talk about some American accents to...
Today, we're going to... Oh my God, why did I go with automatically go with the Italian ends?
You might have heard in movies or TV shows. And I'm going to show you some wicked good slang that's used in different parts of the USA. And for sure, I'm going to teach you how you can speak with some of these regional accents as well. Ready for some fun? Let's do it. Now, you know we got to start with the accent from the greatest city on earth. New York, the Big Apple. Now,
New York, the Big Apple.
there are a few myths about the New York accent, and the...
See, I am going to be rewinding and pausing a lot, so I do want to do this. I want to play on.
For some fun, let's do it. Now, you know we got to start with the accent from the greatest city on earth. New York.
Now you know we got to start from the greatest.
Sure, I'm going to teach you how you can speak with some of these regional accents as well. Ready for some fun? Let's do it. Now, you know we got to start with the accent from the greatest...
Now you know we got to start with the accent from the greatest city on earth, the Big Apple.
City on earth. New York, the Big Apple. Now, there are a few myths about the New York accent, and the biggest one is that such a thing even exists. Because different ethnic communities have all developed...
Hang on, it does exist. From an outsider, you have to tell me what you think it does, because I've just heard him talking in the New York accent to me. That sounded like a New York accent to me.
Communities have all developed their own versions of the New York accent. Okay. But there are a few things that almost every New York accent has in common. And number one is the dropped R. So it's not car, bar, far. It's caw, baw, far.
Ah, bar. I don't sound New Yorky, but I kind of would car. I say it with C-A-H, I think, car. Is he not on the end of mine?
The R sound at the end of the word is dropped. Number two is the hard TH sound. So if a word starts or ends with a th sound, we're going to turn that into a dental duh or tuh. So the becomes duh. What? You never been to the Bronx?
Went to the shop. No, I don't do that. I definitely do the... Well, I wouldn't. I'm not from New York.
Think becomes think. Use your head.
Think. Tink.
Think. Truth becomes true. You can't handle the truth. And number three is that we're going to change the aw sound in words like walk and talk to aw. Walk. Talk. Don't you walk away when I'm talking.
Walk. Oh, God.
Three is that we're going to change the aw sound in words like walk and talk to aw. Walk. Talk.
Walk. No, my mouth doesn't walk.
Talk.
Talk.
Don't you walk away when I'm talking to you.
Don't you walk away when I'm talking to you. Don't you walk away when I'm talking to you. I'm so
Those are
sorry.
the biggest changes, but I'll put some useful links below if you're interested in learning more. Let's move on to accent number two. Now hold on, y'all coming down to the south.
Hold on, y'all coming down to the south. No, I stopped being serious and started to laugh, right?
Those are the biggest changes, but I'll put some useful links below if you're interested in learning more. Let's move on to
I can't take myself seriously, that's my problem.
accent number 2. Now hold on, y'all coming down to the south. Now,
Hold on, you're coming down to the south. That was terrible. What I did right at the very beginning felt brilliant, but that was terrible.
and I tell you what, we speak a little different down here, yes sir. Now,
We speak a little different down here, yes sir. Oh my.
let me guess.
I know that loads of you are unsubscribing and turning off. I know you are. I'm sorry.
You thought that everybody down south speaks real slow, right? Well, bless your heart, because that's a bunch of bullshit. We speak a little different down here, yes sir. Now, let me guess. You thought that everybody down south speaks real slow, right?
Now let me guess. You thought everybody down south speaks a little slow.
Right? Well, bless your heart, because that's a bunch of
Baloney. That's what he's going to say there, isn't it? Bless your heart, because that's a bunch of baloney.
bullshit. I mean, that's
okay.
hogwash. Yes, sir.
I thought you were gonna say
Now,
baloney.
let me guess. You thought that everybody down south speaks real slow, right? Well, bless your heart, because that's a bunch of bullshit. I mean, that's hogwash. Because right now, I'm speaking with a southern twang accent, which isn't slow at all. It's also a little bit nasal and has what we call a rhotic R. In other words, I'm going to pronounce these
Do you know what? I'd never noticed that until you just pointed it out, being a bit nasally. Never noticed that.
R. In other words, I'm going to pronounce these words car, bar, and far.
Car.
You could hear that R sound on the end, right? On the other hand, for some
It's going to be quite... Well, the video itself's only 6 minutes, but it might end up being an hour, this. I'm sorry. I do want to try and learn something.
rhotic R. In other words, I'm going to pronounce these words car, bar, and far.
Car. It's got like a... at the end of it. Car.
And you could hear that R sound on the end, right? On the other hand, for someone who speaks with a traditional southern drawl, that would be ca, ba, and fa. Non-rhotic.
Car, but... Car, but... One more time.
That would be ca, ba,
Car, but... Car, bar...
and fa. Non-rhotic. And yeah,
Car, bar, and fa. He's sing-songy when he's doing it, and that's a bit... I'm not doing it. See, that other languages, that's what it... Is it another language? Oh my god. But people from other countries talking the same language, like, right? It's your mouth's muscles and all that are completely different, aren't they? It's a whole thing to try and learn how to speak a different language. But it feels sing-songy. My face doesn't want to do that sing-songy. I'm guessing this doesn't sound sing-songy to you. I'm guessing like the Welsh accent. You know, if you're Welsh accent, that's a bit sing-songy, isn't it? That's what I'm not saying. This sounds Welsh by any means at all. I mean, it's got a
ca, ba,
Ca,
and
ba.
fa. Non-rhotic. And yes, as you can hear, the drawl is typically a bit slower. Besides that, there are two big characteristics of both the southern twang
that's very Canadian, isn't it?
and the southern drawl. And number one is the pin-pen merger. So for southern accents, the vowel sounds I and E are pronounced the same way. So this word is pin, but this word is also pin.
Pin.
This word is bin, but this word is also bin. This is
Bin.
mint and this.
See, I say pin for pin, pen for pen, but I also say bin for bean. I've just been over there. Ben, I say ben. The mint, I say mint. But yeah, I definitely do that one. They've been over there. See, a lot of you have been in the comments saying that I do sound, not the entire accent, but like some words I do say do sound like some places over there. So it makes a lot of sense.
This is mint.
Oh, right, okay. Mint. I don't do that one.
I meant to call you about Ben's pen. The second point is the I shift. So in standard English, there's what we call a diphthong in words like my, nice, and night. Can you hear how that I sound is actually two sounds pushed together? I, my, night. Well, for a southern accent, we cut off that second sound, which gives us my, nice, Not.
Nah,
That's
nah.
a nice night for watching a YouTube video. Okay,
Nah.
folks, it's
Sorry, one more time.
watching a YouTube video. Okay, nice night. It's a nice night.
Mate, it's a nice night for watching a YouTube. I don't know why I'm copying his hands. I feel like I'm trying to, what's the word? Embrace is the wrong word. I always forget words that I need to use when I'm here. Mate, it's a nice night. Doing it again.
For watching a YouTube video. Okay, folks, it's time to pack up the car and head north again because we are talking about the Boston accent. Now, the Boston accent is notorious.
Oh, right. He's on here on this list. He's got to be coffee, which is coffee. Yeah, that is the Boston accent, anyway. They say coffee, a cup of coffee.
It's being hard to do, and plenty of movie stars have simply butchered it. So, what is it that makes a Boston accent so distinctive? Let's talk about the.
To me, right, as an outsider, it sounds extremely New York to me as well, just slightly different on my ears. So I actually, no, I said at the beginning, didn't I, that if I heard that New York accent, I would be, actually, no, if I heard the New York, that first one, the New York accent, I'd be like 100% New York. But also with this one, if I heard this, I'd probably say it's New York as well.
Three biggest elements. Number one is that the Boston accent is definitely non-rhotic. We're going to drop those final R's. Ka, ba, fa. Number two is that the ah sound in words like car and yard shifts to ah. So we have ka, yard. I parked my car.
Parked my car in the Harvard Yard. Oh, that was said on one of the videos I did the other day, wasn't it? I parked my car in the Harvard Yard. I parked my car in the Harvard Yard.
In Harvard Yard. And number three is the intrusive R. So the Boston accent not only drops R sounds, it also adds them. If a word ends with a vowel and the following word begins with a vowel, we add an extra R sound in between those two. See if you can hear it. Pizza and pasta are my favorite foods. Pizza and pasta. And if you really sound in between those two. See if you can hear it. Pizza and pasta are my favorite foods.
Pizza. Oh, right, okay.
Pizza and pasta. And if you really want to
I'm not sure. That's about the only one I'm not understanding quite. I'm not hearing what he's telling me there.
sound like a negative, don't forget to throw in some. Hear it. Pizza and pasta are my favorite.
Pizza and. I can hear how he's saying it, but I don't know what it means by the intrusive R. I can't hear it on my ears.
And the following word begins with a vowel, we add an extra R sound in between those two. See if you can hear it. Pizza and pasta are
Pizza. Okay, yeah, I heard it then. Pizza. Yeah, I heard it then.
my favorite foods. Pizza
Pizza
and pasta. Yeah. And if you really
God, see, it's a good job I went back for the third time. I genuinely couldn't hear that the first two times.
want to sound like a negative, don't forget to throw in some classic Boston slang. Our last stop on today's foods. Pizza and pasta. And if you really want to sound like a negative, don't forget to throw in
wicked equals very wicked pisser. What? Are these genuine? Right. Wicked's slang here, but wicked means cool as in good. Wicked pisser, awesome. Are these real? Bubbler, what? Yeah, they are real because I know Bubbler is a water fountain. Jimmy, sprinklers. I've not heard that one. Grinder, long sandwich, no. Oh, I'm not saying that one here. I'll probably get cancelled or locked up for saying that one here. Beer store, Ripper, party, that makes sense. Oh, so you say rubbish there, but wicked for very. That one's a crazy one. I said wicked is what the cool kids say. I used to say it when I was younger, even though I weren't cool. I just did it to try and pretend to be cool. But you had to follow it with that. Wicked, man, that's wicked. Wicked pisser. Never heard that said. Bubbler is about the only one I've heard there. But, yeah. If it weren't for Bubbler being there, I'd be like, these are not real.
And some classic Boston slang.
See, that's what I mean, isn't it mad? The world over and stuff like that. That word here, I don't know whether my, what's it called? Cursor. See, that word over there means nothing, does it? Here, it's an offensive word. But yeah, anyway, let's get on with it.
Our last stop on today's accent tour is the Golden State, California. And again, there's a bunch of different Cali accents.
There's a bunch. I had Bill and Ted. That's that sort of accent, isn't it?
Forget to throw in some classic Boston slang. Our last stop on today's accent tour is the Golden State, California. And again, there's a bunch of different Cali accents, but the way I'm talking right now is what we might call a NorCal accent. And as you can hear, it's fairly close to a neutral American accent, but there
Yeah, extremely like, I'd struggle to guess where that was.
are some subtle differences, so let's talk about them.
I'm lying, so I can't do it. So let's talk about it.
Is what we might call a NorCal accent. And as you can hear, it's fairly close to a neutral American accent.
As you can hear, it's close to... No. There's one thing I have noticed now. I don't know whether he's doing this or it's a thing all the time, but a lot of these have seemed really sing-songing at a crazy cadence to them that my mouth can't do.
But there are some subtle differences, so let's talk about them.
See, like, you got the shape of the mouth as like Bill and Ben and all that, man. Bill and Ben don't say man, do they? Or do they? I can't remember. But yeah, it's all about changing the shape of your chops.
Number one is that California accents in general are famous for vocal fry, which is the sound your voice makes when you kind of let it sit in your throat. Can you hear how my voice is a little bit grainy right now? That's vocal fry, and you can hear it.
See, I was about to joke a minute ago, my vocals are fried, but is that why it's called vocal fry? Because no one's ever said that before in real life, but someone put in the comments that my voice is gravelly. I've never heard it being described as that before, but yes, it does kind of sound like, that's what I feel as though I sound like.
All over California. Number two is uptalk, and that's when a speaker ends a statement with a rising tone. Yeah, I lived in San Jose for 2 years, but it wasn't the right fit. My voice is rising.
And his mouth didn't even open.
And that's when a speaker ends a statement with a rising tone. Yeah, I lived in San Jose for 2 years, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I lived in San Jose for 2 years. Sounds Australian because that's what Australians do. Like, I thought it was called an infliction for some reason. Because it started taking off massively here for some... I was about to say for some reason. There was two shows, Home and Away and Neighbours, both massive over here. And I reckon that's where it came from, of course. But a lot of people started talking like this, like a question at the end of every sentence. But yeah. Infliction, that's what I thought it was called. I can hear it in that.
The right fit. My voice is rising at the ends of both those statements, but I'm not asking a question. That's uptalk.
But it's not quite as far up as the Australian one.
Number three is what's called the California vowel shift. And this one is tricky because it's a slight adjustment to the pronunciation of a handful of vowel sounds, as you can see in this chart. I'll give you a few examples. I'll do a standard pronunciation and then the California version. Caught, caught, rude, rude.
Rude, dude. Rude.
Time, time. Book, book. It's a small shift, but it's hot. Rude, rude.
Hot. Rude, rude.
Time, time.
Time.
Book, book. It's a small shift, but it's there. And again, if you want to learn more, check out the description box below. And finally, California is famous for its colorful slang.
Yeah, is that where it's from then? Because it's not something I say in everyday life, but I've caught myself saying it a couple of times while I'm recording on here. Hella funny. Stoked. See, that to me reminds me of Australia. That does. Stoked. The bomb. Red. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. If someone said to me, what does it mean and where's it from? California. Because I'm just thinking. I think I had a Sega Master System many years ago. I had a game called California Games, and the skateboard always used. I think it was called Red. Yeah, gnarly, bad. Yeah. I've heard that one. Fubbing. Oh my god, fubbing sounds. It doesn't sound like it's. It sounds rude. Fubbing. Juke discount. Bail to leave. Yeah, heard that one. Heavy, serious. Definitely heard that one.
So, as you might imagine,
That's in my head. California Games on Master System. The skateboard, what was it? The BMX are called Red.
it's more common to hear young people say things like, dude, these tacos are bomb. And that brings our
Dude, these tacos are bomb.
It's famous for its colorful slang, although, as you might imagine, it's more common to hear young people say things like, dude, these tacos are bomb. And that brings our tour to a close. I hope you feel like you learned something, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and hit that like button. It really means a lot. Thanks
a bunch. I'm so sorry about that video. I wanted to do it, and I'm gonna regret it. My subs are gonna go down massively. No, but it was all fun. I did try my best. I weren't trying to annoy anyone at all. Genuinely trying my best. I want to be able to talk in a full-on accent from each region by the time I get over there. Now, I never learn all that. But let me know how bad I did, please, in the comments. Right, if you enjoyed that, give us a thumbs up. If I didn't annoy you too much, give us a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing if you want to. And thank you to all my subscribers and commenters. I love you all. See you all later. Bye-bye.